Um, 116 to 112 was my scorecard. I scored the fight first time watching it. Of course, I'm going to rewatch it, but I had 116 to 112 for Bernard Hopkins, the executioner. Um, I'm in awe, man. I'm speechless. I can't say I'm surprised. I've seen it before. He's done it time and time again, but every time he does it, it's simply amazing because his age keeps advancing, but yet his body, I'm sure, is aging, but is aging very gradually. Um, the guy seems to remain the same, mentally. His body is changing. He's getting soft around that mid spot, but he's still in very good shape for a man that's less than 2 years away from being 50. I mean, B Hop defies the odds in every way for every sport. Not just boxing, but for any sport to be a man that age competing. It's simply amazing. At least for a sport that's physical. You know. Uh, Tavoris Cloud, this is his second loss in a row, in my opinion. I think Campilo versus Cloud, we can all agree that was, if not the biggest robbery, of all time, it was definitely the biggest robbery last year. Campilo outboxed him. And, Cloud is a young, tough, strong champion, but obviously he's, you know, he's one dimensional. He's one dimensional. But he's a young, tough champion. He can take a shot. He can dish out shots. And the thing that makes it even more impressive is that Cloud is in his prime, and he's giving shots, good, decent body shots, to B Hop, and B Hop is taking it. It doesn't kill B Hop's stamina. First of all, the fight's going at a Bernard Hopkins pace. He's controlling the pace. He's controlling the action. The fight's going at a Bernard Hopkins pace, and the body shots, at times it backs Bernard Hopkins up, but that's the only thing it does. It doesn't slow him down overall in the whole fight. He continues to do what he wants to do. He made Tavoris Cloud miss so many times. Tavoris was headhunting at some point, and he was just trying to get B Hop out of there. But against B Hop, this is one of the hardest guys in the history of boxing of all time to hit cleanly in the face. So, that was just, he shouldn't. That was just the wrong strategy. He should have stuck to, putting in a foundation to that body. He should have made a commitment to the body. But at times he got frustrated and he was really headhunting. And Bernard Hopkins, I've never been too much a fan of. I respect him for being a fighter, and obviously I respect his craft and his knowledge, his skill, his age, his passion, his dedication to the sport. I respect all that because I'm a fan of boxing. But he has in the past been a dirty fighter, and I can tell you tonight he wasn't a dirty fighter at all. That cut came from a straight punch. It wasn't an elbow like Cloud was complaining about. It damn sure wasn't a headbutt. It was a clean punch. I believe it was a left hook. And B Hop fought a clean fight tonight. I mean, he used perfect timing, precise timing, great footwork, and just the ability to get away from not getting hit. You know how B Hop is. He's slick in there. He goes left to right. He'll throw a flurry and then he'll turn his body on you real quick. He'll become on a linear angle. He'll turn his body on you, not giving you a chance to hit. Another thing that B Hop will do is he'll time you. He'll throw a flurry and then he'll grip Cloud up. He won't give Cloud a chance to get that momentum, because if you give Cloud a chance, Cloud's a vicious combination puncher. Vicious combination puncher. Now, it takes energy to throw that type of combinations he throws with such vigorous passion. That shit takes energy. So even when Cloud gets off his combinations, I think he does it in spots because he gets tired. And this is a muscular 175-pounder. But B Hop will throw his combinations. He threw more combinations tonight, and he'll tie him up. B Hop always does that. He'll tie you up. He'll switch up the angle. B Hop, he's a character, man. He's a character. He'll step to the side. He'll jump in there real quick and then, walk real fast to another angle and clown you. B-Hop will do whatever he got to do, but he won't let you get into a rhythm. He disrupts rhythm. He disrupts the other fighter's fight game. He disrupts it. And he's been doing this for years now. You gotta respect it. Even when at times when he's been dirty with it, you still gotta respect that this guy that's way past the age of 40 is taking out young cat after young cat after young cat, and he's schooling them. He's frustrating them. B-Hop is the Mayweather in the light heavyweight division. He's making these guys look different. Now Tavoris Cloud fought the way he always fought. It's just that it was all due to the craft of Bernard Hopkins tonight. He just, Tavoris Cloud is a power puncher, but a lot of times his shots are wide. You can't throw wide shots against B-Hop. He's definitely going to make you miss. And even when you get in close, B-Hop can still make you miss and get off his shots with precise time. And so B-Hop can frustrate you in so many ways. He tied him up. Tavoris Cloud was looking to bang. The referee was breaking it up, which was, was good. You shouldn't be holding and hitting, But this was a good performance by B-Hop tonight. If B-Hop can give us one dud and then every time give us 2-3 good performances, you gotta love the guy. That's a good trade-off. Because the light heavyweight division is a division that's so open. Campilo just got knocked out by the other guy. Of course, Dawson lost. Is still a title holder, but lost to Ward at 168. This division is open for the taking. It's a division that doesn't seem to be that consistent. It has great, solid talent, but the styles are so drastically different that it seems on any given night, anybody could be beat. So I guess that makes it entertaining, but at the same time, people like consistency, and it's clear that B-Hop, out of all this division, you would have to put him in number one because he's been the most consistent. Like I said, if he gives us one dud, his next 3 fights, he'll win in spectacular fashion. Just the fact that this guy is competing is amazing. I mean, this guy's a genetic freak. Congratulations to Bernard Hopkins. The executioner executed. And when you think of the word execution, you think of, killing, because that's what it stemmed from back in the day, when people were hung, executed, But in boxing, you would think of execution as putting somebody to sleep, I guess, knocking them out. And obviously we don't want to kill nobody in this sport. But you would think of knocking somebody out as an execution. But B-Hop isn't knocking nobody out as of lately, but he's definitely executing to perfection. He lives his actual term. He defines his term, the executioner, because that's what he does. He goes out and he executes the science of boxing. And you gotta love him and respect him for that. Big up to B-Hop. I don't know what this whole thing is. I guess, Andre Ward, I always considered Andre Ward to be a mix of B-Hop and Mayweather. I don't know. Ward has stated, and obviously you can see it in this fight game, that he's got a lot of things off of B-Hop. So B-Hop is like the big brother to him. And B-Hop was already saying they'll never fight, but it's a shame because I would kind of like to see B-Hop fight Andre Ward before he gets too old, whatever you consider too old for B-Hop, because he's from a different cloth. He's a beast of another nature. So, whatever you want to consider is too old for B-Hop. But before he retires for boxing, and we'll just put it that way, I would like to see him fight Andre Ward, because I think that would be a very, very intriguing and interesting fight. The student versus the teacher. Although I think Andre Ward would be the guy to beat him. But it would be an interesting fight to see. Just like as I see they're trying to jump Broner up real quick to make him face his big brother. I think that's what they want to do within a couple years. But, as of right now, you never know what can happen with these two trash talkers. But as of right now, that's a different story. Big up to B-Hop, the executioner. It was a good fight. I enjoyed the fight. Keith Thurman is improving too. Also, he's improving. He looked very good in this fight. Kept his composure against a very tough guy from Slovenia in Dejan Zavic. I don't know how to say it. There's a certain way you pronounce it in his country, his culture that he comes from. But I don't know how to say it with the accent, the proper way of saying it. But Dejan Zavic is tough guy, very tough guy, good chin. and Keith Thurman's improving, man. He's improving, and I was impressed with him. He has a lot more than just power, and he can keep improving, hopefully, in this 147-pound division. Good night of boxing, man, on HBO. Slyways 100. Leave comments as always, man. I'm out.